dinner size portions. Dinner size portions. Put them in the bag that they turned into, a plastic bag that they turned our paper bags into when they did us such a favor of convenience so we wouldn't drop our paper bags. So about broccoli stalks. They smell like ass. Ugh. But this is what I do. I cut the florets off them. I think they think they're fixing me with this delivery system by sending me broccoli that's all stalk and little, and well, it's still a full floret, but a lot of stalk so it can weigh it down, and they think I'm paying for all stalk. But what they don't know is I use broccoli stalk like y'all use celery, because I don't like celery. And the stalk is even sweeter than the crown. You're welcome. Oh, now I have tried. They said you can eat broccoli leaves like greens, and they say it tastes like broccoli. Bitch, they lied. Yeah, so take all the crowns and freeze them. I cut them off and freeze them. I put them in a flat layer so when I get ready to use them as I cook, they're easy to break off. Then I cut the stalks, and you'll see I'm cutting around the sides of the trunk, these little pieces here, them in slants until I get down to the main trunk. Just kind of slice them. I'm not using a cutting board because I'm the maximalist. So I don't find that to be practical right now. I don't feel like getting out the cutting board even though it's right there. So I kind of whittle these sides down to a point in a way, like so. I was just cutting down slanted and thin slants like that. And now I'm going to cut this in this way, 4 ways. All the way down here. I'm going to start here, cut, and then I'm going to start here and cut. So I only need to make 2 cuts halfway down. But yeah, see, I cut it down the middle, and then now I'm going to cut this down the middle. So it'll be in quarters. So I've got quarters. And then I'm going to proceed to slice these into thin pieces, like same kind of thin pieces. And that way, if you make something like broccoli and cheddar soup, potato soup, you can just make the potato soup and or you could just make cheddar soup and add these. These cook very quickly, as does broccoli. So I get down here to where I cut it. And then I'll just cut that continue to cut down into slices, thin slices. Be very careful. Please don't cut your finger off and tell people that I told you to do it. That's dumb, bro. And those of y'all who have been around know I'm extra careful right now. Ironically, because I'm high. All the way down to the end of the stalk. And then add these to the freezer bag for future use. And now you don't have to be wasteful and let your broccoli go bad before you're able to use it. And you're using all parts. I'm always a believer in using all parts of a plant when you can. Whenever you can. Y'all know what I mean, stem tea. Smells like ass. But I'm gonna flatten this. Again, so once they're frozen, they're easy to break off in the amounts that I want to use to cook. Boom. So we have florets and stalks. Trying to make sure they both get frozen flat. Y'all missed it, but I almost, oh, you can still see it. I almost tried to peel these main stems, these main trunks. You know, they say you can, these are still edible. You just peel this, there's a strip skin or, you know, fibrous layer that you peel off around the outside, and then You can chop it up and use it just like, you know, celery, or in my case, broccoli stalks. But you see, I stripped one piece off, and I was like, ain't nobody finna do all that when I got so many leaves to work with. You ain't gotta do all that. Eat the food you got. Quit wasting time. I mean, it might still be delicious, but you got the leaves. Why are you playing games? Life is short in America. Don't waste a moment that you don't have to. A sermon to myself, too. Workout videos are on loop because he's fucking with the computer. So we just did cardio, but we about to do yoga next. So he's running back and forth because he's distracted by computer stuff because he's still trying to recover our data. But you know what? I'm glad that happened. Maybe Goddess gave him that as a mental distraction. Maybe that's a project that she gave to him. She know how you think. So she said, let me hit him with this. It's on the surface, it seems stressful, and it is stressful, but it'll do him some good to exercise his IT prowess. Make sure I don't have grains in my teeth, because I've been grazing today. And I haven't brushed my teeth since I came in from the garden. I don't even like that kind of music. They brainwashed me when we went to Vegas. Him too. They brainwashed us. Sometimes I have moments where I miss Mr.'s dad. It's so random. Thinking about times that he and I looked at each other and had whole conversations that no one knew about. As he continued to get sick. Good. Good. I put the dried stems from my lemon verbena in there in my citrus tea. Put about a cup in a big ass bowl of water. I know you could tell by my eyes because I'm also dehydrated because I haven't been drinking enough water. And I'm telling y'all, Canada culture. Red eyes is a symptom of using cannabis, a side effect of using cannabis. However, the reality is that most of us don't stay well hydrated enough. I actually feel my eyes clearing up right after drinking all that cold water. I mean, they're still red as hell. I know y'all can see, unless I have this blurred. But even if I have it blurred, you probably can still see. It works like Visine, but not as fast. Because it took you a long time to dehydrate your bitch ass. So it's going to take you a minute to rehydrate. What have been eating? What was that? Oh, it was that cucumber I was just fucking up. Oh. fuck that cucumber up. I got one left. Hopefully some ready to harvest tomorrow. I'm gonna have to water them hoes if they're gonna treat me right. They like, we ain't gonna treat you right unless you treat us right. You better water us and feed us too if you're nasty. I knew I ordered more than 3. I was like, bell peppers, because I'm trying to stock up. The max and minimal is trying to be ready. Because this stuff will go fast. Let's say we can't get to the grocery store. Can you stretch your shit? Hopefully whatever happens right after a really huge grocery trip. I even have a vinegar water spray. What's scary is that you can see a whole ass film on top of the water when I spray it with the vinegar. Because the vinegar clarifies all that mess off the surface. But I'm pretty sure you don't want all vinegar for a couple of reasons that I don't even know why. But the ancestors are telling me you might not want to do all vinegar.